Ciao nice people! Welcome to the stream! After half a month, 2 weeks, we are back on Katawa Shoujo. And hello Fortuna Street, I see. We weren't doing a waifu Russian roulette for a long time. Sure, let's redeem. I see. In the meantime, hello Fado! Praise the sun, welcome to the stream. So we have our redeem, give me a second. So we have the screen. Okay. Let's see. Please. Well, I think anything can work today. It's a long time we don't return on this game, right? Right. Finger crossed. I don't know why I have a bad... I feel a bad omen about the next one. No, it's Lysitia as always. Okay, of course it's Lysitia, but we're gonna get an extra one because it's Lysitia always. The next one is probably Yanfei or Futaba. No, it's Citlali! The new waifu of Genshin Impact. When she came out, I stopped playing because there were no other reason to play. Welcome to our coffee, it says behind. Yeah. I would go to a maid cafe, honestly. Or a Genshin Impact cafe, really, anything. She's probably not like... No, she's definitely not like this, but... For a cafe, for work, anything goes, right? Okay, we got always there. Maybe I should just remove Futaba because... Oh, yeah, no, I'm not giving you free buys. Too late, right? Too late. Okay, there's... Ah, because I have a Persona folder and a Futaba folder, maybe. Yeah, I'm just deleting the Futaba folder at this point. I lost my interest on Futaba a long time ago. Okay. So. We are back on Katawa Shoujo. Again, last stream was half a month ago, 2 weeks ago, so I don't remember much. I remember though we had a problem, or like we were looking for help to make Misha and Shizune reconciliate again. May or may not have to be with Isao cheating on the girlfriend. So what was this? Ah, yeah. No, I forgot this part. That we did before stopping. Ah, yeah, maybe because last time we discovered, or we reflected on the fact that Shizune doesn't care much about the past. And that's what makes Misha uncomfortable to... or makes hard for Misha to confront her on this matter. Don't have to remove Anne. No, I'm not removing Anne. Anne is still a wife, okay? Like, with time, it was Futaba down, and the Anne stocks increased. And the other girls, I would say. Even the teacher, I would say. Even the teacher. Although it makes me feel kind of uneasy, since we are talking about a human being. The first step is to corner Misha. Oh yeah, how the turntables. Now we are cornering the student council. Those... Speaking of the teacher, I have a good one for you. What do you mean? The situation is a little too much like something out of a cop drama for me. It's come to this because talking to her normally is proving to be near impossible. It's not like I'm into teachers. On the contrary, actually, I just like the teacher of Persona 5. I don't know, because well, she's closer to my age to begin. And I don't know, just the messy hair was interesting in a way. Posted in random. Okay, let me see. Sure, live. Oh yeah, sure. Teachers sexually exploit a student. That's crazy. Gross. I saw a similar one from the same artist, probably, which was her very happy about his 18th birthday. You know what they say? If it's a man doing it, it's wrong. If it's a waifu, then people accept it. Well, I would say, but yourself. Oh. I never played the game, so I don't know how to give my point of view on that. Though, from the outside view, she's a wife, okay? I wouldn't mind having her as my teacher. Okay. Inception, okay. If it's a female teacher, it's okay. I was kidding, of course it's not, but that's how the internet goes, I suppose. She's Joker teacher. Oh god, I wish she was my teacher. Yeah. She also has a dark secret. Don't spoil the game if that's part of it. I suppose though, maybe there's also this weird thing that in Japan they have a different age of consent, so they put a lot of characters of age 16 and 17 without even considering a lot the rest of the world. Though the relationship of teacher-student to begin with is wrong, but again, I wouldn't mind if I was the student. It's her problem. It's not a problem if she doesn't get caught though, right? We might want to touch the subject again when we finally play Persona 5. You have the choice as the player in order to get in a relationship with her, at least. Well, okay, so at least it starts. I think it's fine if, well, it's better, not fine, it's better if it starts from the player, from a choice, or from the students in the story of the game. In that case, at least the student started it. And, well, I would have considered doing the same if I was Joker. It's legal when a cute girl does it. Well, she would have said no, but again, it's the player choice. And the player wants some fan service, right? So at the end, it's the player choice. It's like killing in a game, right? If you kill in a game, then you are making the choice to kill. It's not a game focusing on killing persons. Well, most of the time, at least. Though it's this common killing in video games that the comparison feels weird. Even if it's... Yeah, it's this common killing in video games that the comparison is hard since every game does it. Weird, because killing is definitely worse than grooming. But we kill in every game. Again though, Joker is not real, so it's fine simping for the teacher, which is not real as well. At the end they wanted to tell a story, So I don't know if they also mentioned and they addressed this theme in the game. So maybe the game did it intentionally to address those themes. I don't know, though. I should play it. But we do have class together. Even the very first class of the day. I forgot Misha was short-haired. Susie Waldorf, what do you mean? I'm just saying, they can do wrong things in game. They can do immoral things in games. Because it's not real. And maybe they could take it as an opportunity to talk about an ethical argument or something like that. I think that would be a good opportunity for it. Like, this game talks about disabilities, where you normally wouldn't talk about it. You're always sus by default. Well, that means I can't get any more sus, right? I wear it with pride. Although it takes a while for the announcement to come, the second that I hear we're going to be working in groups today, Shizune and I try to make sure Misha is on ours. How the table has turned, huh, Misha? That's not something to brag about. What? Sus? You can sus me all you want, but until proven guilty, I'm innocent, okay? You can sus me all you want. I will always explain. I will always have something to I will always have an explanation. Don't do like those animes where the protagonist does a weird thing and the other girls misinterpret it and slaps him without even asking. The misconceptions of anime should not be dealt in real life. You know, I think Muto assigns a sus large amount of group work and self-study, don't you think? But it's easy, so it's okay, right? Yeah. There's other stuff that I've been thinking about lately. That might not be okay, though. Misha nods after each sentence, then brushes it all aside. I thought about it and I don't do enough work when I work with you and Shi-chan. I'm going to try harder today, so don't distract me, Hi-chan. I have to stay focused. That was an annoyingly transparent dodge. Shizune doesn't look too happy either, since Misha doesn't bother to sign any of it, opting to twirl a pen in her hands instead. From the shaky way she was doing it, I'm sure it was so she wouldn't sign anything inadvertently. From the way Misha looks, distracted and uneasy, I doubt it's because she wants to keep Shizune out of the loop for any malicious reason. Although it's still obviously a way of distracting Shizune from herself. Shizune wants to talk to you. Can't it wait until later, Ichan? It's been later from a week already, or some days. No. Why not now? We're in the middle of class. Okay, you kinda have a point, Misha. Now she's spinning a pen in each hand. I'm beginning to think her signing has turned into a kind of nervous tic for her. This isn't a good replacement, although the sight of her dual wielding is pretty impressive. After class then. If she doesn't run away. After class, I don't waste a second bringing it back up. As everyone else flies out of the room, leaving the three of us alone, Misha takes increasingly longer glances in every direction except forward. You have no way to escape, Misha. Do you want to get something to eat? Why do you and Shi-chan keep asking me if I want to eat something? Hi-chan? Because we're all headed to the cafeteria. And we haven't eaten together in a long time. Why not? Is this about the student council? Taking Shizune's lack of reply as admission, Misha sighs. Shi-chan, is that all you ever think about? Before Shizune can reply, she leaves. Where's your body block tactic? You did this to me. Why can't I use them against Misha as well? I have to say, I'm not left feeling very confident after what's just happened. Neither of us were expecting it to go smoothly, but it would have been nice. Reading my mind. She can read my mind! Shizune curls a finger around her glasses for a while before signing. I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not that I think we should give her some space now. I told you I wouldn't give up so easily. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if it's not too soon. Cold feet? Well, I'm going to. That would be giving up on her. That's a fine line between helping someone and smothering them. But I just want Misha to pull herself together and stop acting so weird. I know she can do it. Even if she wants to try people... No, to try? People don't change overnight. If they could, the world would be much easier. Okay, you win. I guess this is the part where we split up and look for her. You could have just chased for her. Though I'm the only one who is really supposed to find her. If I run into her first, I'll call your cell phone. Smiling, Shizune takes out her cell phone, turning it on to prepare. I notice she has an extremely high number of unread messages, and looking at her expression, so does she. Twirling it around by the strap a couple of times, she grimaces. I don't like using this thing. Yeah, because you're supposed to talk, I know. Okay, messages, but still. Why can't I just snap my fingers? Oh no! She's becoming Thanos. After all the gems, all the 5 gems, Lily, Emi, Rin, Hanako, and Misha. She gains full power in the game. Supreme power over the world. Not only student council, she has power over the world now. And then what? I'm not a dog, and doesn't travel as far as a phone signal. You're having a lot of fun with this, aren't you? Shaking her head from side to side, she continues. It's obvious where she will go. You can't look for her on the school grounds. She would want to go as far as she can. Check the tea shop. It's empty this early. Misha loves to go there if she feels like skipping class. And she loves the parfait they have here. You know a lot about her, but she would overthinking. And turn it into something that would seem a lot more backhanded. Wait, I forgot what backhanded means. Is my internet slow today? Seems like it's passing to the modem a little longer. Made with the back of the hand, yeah. Thanks. Ambiguous, okay. Way better. I choose to just nod and leave instead. Until I feel her holding on my sleeve. What? I say instinctively, forgetting she can't hear. Feels nice, I don't have to do it all by myself anymore. Because I can trust you. It's all cheated on you! You shouldn't, Shizune! I'm really happy. Makes me happy to hear it. At least feel the guilt is out. Feel the guilt. I can't think of a way to respond, and end up only nodding again. Here she is! Heading outside, I catch a glimpse of pink hair behind some other girl's head, and I head that way. I realize that isn't the way you go if you want to leave school. It's the way to the student council room. If I wanted to avoid Shizune, I wouldn't head there. Oh, but we are still sold here. Oh, welcome to the stream. How it's going? Where's my music? Where's my music? Wait. I hear there's an explosion, but there's no music. Where's the? I should also change the notification. Oh, here it is. Okay, the animation is a little old. I should maybe revamp it in English, but I don't care that much, honestly. I'm sorry. I don't know. That looks good enough. How it's going? How it's going? Were you doing some pixel arts again? Also, we have the shutout. Let's go. I hope we brought it right. Okay, nice. Oh no! I'm doing well. I did more pixel art today and continue working on RPG Maker. Oh, that's great. I tried to continue today, but I lose time by looking at my fridge eating snacks. I can't go like this. I can't go like this. Congratulations for your work. Working on a cutscene is embarrassing. Ah, those are two very different things. I suppose finishing one, you work on the other. Well, that's how it works. Good luck on the game. And oh no, not a waifu Russian right in front of this many people. It's the recipe for disaster. What have you done, Fado? What have you done? Okay. Okay, as for redeem, let's have a random picture out of my waifu folder. What could go wrong? Finger crossed. It's probably another Lesitia. It's Yanfei! Look at her! Our favorite legal advisor from Liyue. From Genshin Impact. I still don't get why a lawyer should dress, or maybe not dress like this. Like, are you going in the courtroom showing your midriff and your thighs? I wouldn't mind, but I don't think the judge can give a equal judgment if a lawyer looks like this. Honestly though, she's a waifu for herself, not for how she dresses. Just that everything is enough. Okay, Yanfei saved the day. That's great. Or maybe that's the plan. It feels like intentional dressing like that. Though, that doesn't feel like something Yanfei would do. Because she's very strict, very dedicated about rules and contracts. Maybe it's just a cultural thing. Maybe they just dress like that all the time. Well, Yanfei is half adepti, so maybe one of their parents, by being an adepti, since the adepti have a beast form, they probably won't wear anything in the beast form. And so, being a parent, a normal human, and the other a adepti beast, the daughter is half dressing. That kinda makes sense. Okay, that would imply though adepti beast go around naked, even without being transformed. I hope it's not the case. Okay. We were looking for Misha. It's strange that Misha would be going in that direction. Maybe she wants to talk things over with Shizune. She was just running away. In which case, I have to wonder if letting things play out naturally would be a bad idea after all. Especially if it seems to be going in a good direction. Suddenly, Misha stops and spins around, catching me by surprise. Surprisey-chan! Were you looking for me? I had a feeling! I was going to say, hey, I was looking for you, but I suppose it's no good now. What would Waldorf girlfriend looks like? I'll show you. I'll show you. Like this. Yeah. Who knows though, who knows? Girlfriend applications are open. I don't know, I find it hard to imagine myself finding a girlfriend, not because I'm socially awkward, but because of my standards, I would say, which are, I wouldn't say they are unreasonable, honestly. It's just wanting someone with an open mind where we can discuss about anything without judgment or refusing to talk about it. I suppose finding women where to talk openly when they don't say, "Oh, I'm not upset," is not easy task, to be honest. Maybe that's the case. Well, I should find one to begin with. Then maybe I can start choosing. Yeah, the other problem is, like in my friend group, where like 3-4 males. That's it. And yeah, my friend wife. Yeah, they are already married at my age. Just to put some extra pressure on me. Because then that's my plan. I want to make a good game, sell it, become famous, and then I can tweet on social media, girlfriend applications open, compile this form, and bam, I will probably find it. That's my plan. I'm not making games for money. I'm making games so I can find a girlfriend. So I can go at the Comic-Con or whatever there is. There is the stand of my game and I have like a form for girlfriend application. Hey, don't miss the chance to be the girlfriend of the famous developer RPG Waldorf. Compile this now. Of course there will be a checkbox. Are you a tsundere? Are you... Do you consider yourself a wife or something like that? I guess Waldorf will have a ghost girlfriend. Anything works, honestly. A ghost is fine, honestly. As long as she can talk. Even sign language actually works, to be honest. Ghost waifu, yeah. We don't discard ghosts waifus. Why not? Games for love. Though the funny part is, I might do that half jokingly, but being half serious. Natsundere would never admit being one, though. Yeah, good point. There should be some trick questions in the middle. Like, how do you trick a tsundere in admitting it's a tsundere? Wait. Maybe with options. Hey, I get it. Okay, I actually get it. So, in the girlfriend application form, there's a simple questions. Do you like Waldorf? Yes and no. If anyone takes the girlfriend application, it's probably a yes, because they are compiling the application. Though, if someone answers no on the question, do you like Waldorf? It's probably a telling point, like... They are trying to compile the form But answer no because they don't want to admit it, even if they are literally compiling the form. So I also got a question for Tsunderes. So pretty good. we got them. We got them. I was going to say, hey, I was looking for you, but no good now. Misha! Always running away. Oh wait, the game music, here. She isn't even finished with a sentence before she blows past me. Heading for the exit. Do you like knives? That's a question. That's a question for Yanderes. Honestly, with time I kinda understood Yandere charm, though they're kinda hard to live around since you might have other people in your life, so. But I might want to try to fix one. I can fix her, as they say. It's better to have a question saying, are you fixable? Yes, no. And another, do you want to fix me? Just to leave every opportunity open. Do you like to punch your boyfriend? What, is that a tsundere answer? We need to be careful because there are different philosophies for tsunderes. The original tsunderes are violent, the new tsunderes are just aggressive. And I prefer the modern tsundere take. Because free violence is never fun. Unless it doesn't hurt. Or doesn't hurt here in the heart. Is your boyfriend always wrong? I'm always right. No, okay. But I always want... I wouldn't want someone that thinks they're always right. Even if they're a woman. Because I love to discuss with people and see if... explain logically what I think and see if at the end I was right or not. Just to bring out my reasoning. Is Waldorf always sus? I'm not putting that question there. Are you fixable? No. She's there. What does it even mean? Are we that desperate? Well, she's saying no, but maybe she is, so it's just hard mode. Don't you want the satisfaction of winning in love in hard mode? Just find a psychopath. Oops, I failed the test. Everyone lost. I will stay single for life. I say there is no right or wrong answer, but every answer is wrong suddenly. Although it's more physical activity than I think I should be getting, I managed to catch up with her halfway to the gate. You're really being the rudest woman in the world right now. Can you stop trying to run away from 1 second? I want to talk to you. Sure, you're not into fairies anyway. No, I told you. I really like fairies, especially when they are bigger than usual. Misha turns on her heel, looking mildly amused, and raises her hands as if to tell me to go on. Now that I've got her attention, though, it's hard to think of the right thing to say. Where are you going now? The Shanghai! Shizune was right. Can I go with you then? Oh, or when they are getting harassed by Minotaurs! No, Fado, don't bring out the 50 reference. Fortuna Street doesn't want to to know that. Waiting for her to answer feels like an eternity. It's almost as if I can hear my wristwatch ticking off the individual seconds. Okay, Danny-chan. I get the sense that she only agreed because she doesn't want to argue anymore today. When we get there, a couple comes in after us, causing Misha to jump slightly at the noise. Saying that it isn't Shizune, she relaxes again, smiling almost as usual to order a parfait from Yuko and sliding into the nearest booth. You run off fast. You could have at least waited to see what she was going to say. Misha's angry reaction tells me it could be that she was afraid of what Shizune might say. Why are you doing this, Hichan? Because Shizune still wants to be your friend. I guess that for her is kinda like launching a nuclear missile from a submarine. You need 2 keys to do it. I kinda don't want them to launch a nuclear missile, but okay. What else can she do though? She isn't automatically signing whatever she hears or says anymore, and I'm sure that is the reason Shizune has been having so much trouble with her. If she tried to just tuck it over, you wouldn't listen. Misha's guilty expression tells me I've hit the mark. Do you really hate Shizune that much? No, Ichan, I told you that. She answers without even flinching, idly playing with a spoon. Yeah, I know. I'm sure she knows it too, but I wonder if it might be easier if you did. The only thing she really thought about for the last week is how to make you happy, since Shizune is still attached to you. Yesterday though, she thought that maybe it would be easiest for you if you just hated her. Since you didn't tell her you hate her, Shizune thinks that you can both still be friends. She's like that, only thinking in extremes. She's not friend with the poor Lily though. Thanks for providing quality background noise when I'm doing translation work, by the way. Oh, you're doing translation? In which languages? Also, I don't know if I should feel glad to have someone appreciating me in the background or reflect on being called background noise. I think it's a compliment, never mind. Noise usually sounds as an insult, but background noise I think it's not, so you're off the hook this time. French to English. Are you French? There was a streamer that played some of my games, Megami Maju, which also made some fan arts for my games. And her Discord is full of French people, so I hear some French ones, from time to time. I will be streaming with Megami Maju exactly next Saturday. There is an event where we will be playing Among Us, so I will be pretty much sus that time. Her parfait is starting to melt. The ingredients coming together in tiny rivers that remind me of the growing roots of a tree, being shown through time-lapse photography. That's stupid. Shi-chan isn't stupid, Ichan. Don't be ridiculous. It's got nothing to do with intelligence. Smart people can do stupid things. Waldorf being ejected, he was an imposter. Times 2, times 3, 5. How many times do you want to eject me? One is enough, right? Also, I probably will not always be an imposter, right? I'm not sus all of the time, even if you say so. You need everyone to vote. You know what? You know what? Here. We need to vote. Okay. Okay, here. It's voting time. Time to eject someone. Let's see now. Also, I will vote as well if I need. Then we see who gets ejected. It's got nothing to do with intelligence. Smart people can do stupid things. Yeah, that's right, because intelligence is not the same as emotional intelligence. A person can be very smart in mathematics, but don't know what is wrong or right while interacting with someone. It's a different thing knowing the logical thinking and understanding emotions. That's why usually it's split, the type of intelligence. Logical intelligence, or maybe knowledge of a field, or even emotional intelligence. And anyway, isn't it true? I was terrified last week when we talked. But at the end, I was relieved. Because sounded like things might go back to normal. I wasn't expecting you two to have a fight right after. It wasn't a fight, Ichan. It was just me yelling at her. That's the same thing. Yelling is having a fight. I noticed that Misha's voice never really changes in tone. Just volume. It's so low with guilt that I can hardly believe it came from her. Either way, I was happy because I thought you and her could still be friends. Since she needs you. No, she doesn't, Ichan. How do you know that? There's a lot of things Shizune doesn't vocalize? Say? Talk about? I'm afraid if I say the wrong thing, it will ruin the mood. I get to finally have a conversation with her, and I don't want to screw up. I wonder if this is the first time she had an honest conversation with me. I voted as well. Just because she doesn't tell you doesn't mean she doesn't like you. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, otherwise she would argue back. You don't think so? She picks fights with everyone, why not you? Obviously because you're her friend. She values you. And Shizune is hurt too. Wait, it's a full tie for who is Sus. Also, I feel like Fado voted himself. Oh well, that explains it. Everyone is Sus in this chat. And makes sense, because if you call me Sus, writing in a chat of a Sus streamer automatically, proven by science, we experimented, makes you Sus as well. It's pure science. Pure science. Everyone here is Sus, because you choose to write here. We demonstrated it scientifically. How did you know? Well, there were only 3 votes, and I know who I voted. Am I Sus? Always has been. You're now Susie. Where the fuck are we, Chris? Oh no. Sure, let's go with a random waifu. Talking about being Sus. Would be very funny if this was very, very not safe for work. Sure, let's see. Okay, random waifu roulette. Let's see. Oh! I can explain. No, I cannot explain. I can explain just because. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I admit it. I downloaded this for the reasons you can imagine. I have nothing to... no excuses for this, okay? I just downloaded this because of course I'm a fan of Xenoblade. Are there any other reason? I like Xenoblade. I like the plot relevance of those characters. Yeah, definitely the... Wow, it's showing armpits even... No, wait. No, not that. It's right above me, right? Yeah. This moment kinda was cold. Someone was summoned by all this discussion. It's tame compared to the game. What do you mean? They're not showing armpits or bellies in... Okay, maybe the belly they're showing it. They're not showing armpits in the game like that, right? But it's into armpits. No, that's not it. I promise. It was the picture in the center. Maybe the midriff, but they're not the armpit, really. I'm not really a fan of sweat. I prefer my waifus clean. Perfectly clean. Because anime characters are made to be perfect. Why do you want to put something imperfect like a sweat on your anime waifu girl? Doesn't make sense, right? Also, there was the thing above, so it kinda covered a section, but it's fine. Big one! I'm talking about the stats. Yeah, of course, we all love Xenoblade 2, right? For the plot relevance of those characters, or the plot overall. Well, this was interesting. Now, maybe now we can get a better idea why people like Xenoblade 2 more than the others. Armpits are not that bad though. If they are clean waifus, idolatrized world without imperfections of the real life. Just that. Morag best grill. I don't know if I have Morag. I think I don't, because I don't look... Usually most of those pictures are not... I was not looking for them, I just downloaded them from Reddit or Twitter. And usually Morag is not as famous, as viral as Mitra Empire. Also because they got into Smash. Like, the game. Though, if... Depends on the type of picture, though. I usually prefer Mitra Empire for the plot relevance. Okay. I will try to focus on the game again. It's hard though after seeing that. Honestly, between Mitra and Pyra, it's a hard choice personally, because I like a lot Pyra because she's carefree and happy, positive. Mitra has a very big tsundere attitude, so it's kinda hard to choose. Well, Rex had both, so maybe he didn't have to choose. And even Nia is a pretty good choice. Honestly, I would do as Rex. All of them. I will try to return into the game. Why do the Katawa Shoujo streams are the one with the craziest discussions? Well, that's what I like about visual novels. On streaming at least. Random arguments can pop up randomly while reading and talking about the game. Totally wild stuff. Draw March. You mean Bro March? Well, that's a plus in having Nia, right? You also have a bro march in your life. Like, if you date Nia, you also have a bro march as your sidekick. A pretty big plus, to be honest. Waldorf is a big Xenoblade fan. Unfortunately, again, the things below were... the stream avatars got not removed. So it was hiding... what was it hiding? I forgot what was there. Something about Mitra. Maybe the back? I don't remember. I was focused on... well, there were a lot of overload of things to watch in that picture, to be honest. As Finch calls him Bro March. Well, they have a point. He's a bro. What were we talking? Oh yeah, because Shizune is consider Misha a friend, that's why she doesn't argue a lot with her. You don't think so? She picks fights with everyone, so why not you? Obviously because you're her friend. She values you. And Shizune is hurt too. She's just awful at showing her feelings. Usually does it the wrong way too. But she still likes you. Hichan, do you remember when I said I don't want to date Shichan or upset her? The truth is, I ended up doing both. Now it's like, there's like an awkwardness between us. It's hard to explain. Both of you are so stubborn. You were talking about how you didn't want to drift apart. But then you're going to let it happen. And Shizune is just as bad. She wants to be your friend, but respects you too much to be as aggressive as she's been with anyone else. And I'm sure Misha interprets Shizune giving her space as lack of caring. I screwed up already, Ichan. It will happen again, I'm sure. When I think about it that way, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Feels like either way, I'll end up making things worse. Then it might be better if I didn't do anything at all, right? Well, no, because, as they say every time, you miss all the shots you don't take. Usually trying where you don't have anything to lose or not much to lose. It's always a good thing to try, right? Well, without sounding desperate, of course. Don't be ridiculous. Why would you even think that way in the first place? Be more positive. Should be easy for you, I want to say, but that would be presumptuous. Hichan, I never knew you were so optimistic. I never expected it. You always act so gloomy when I try and surprise you. No, this is a recent thing, really. I hate when people give up easily now. Now, huh? Makes me mad when people give up. I used to think that giving up was kind of like I kind of feel Isao now. Sometimes I hear people giving up on something where I understand if a person doesn't value something that much, they will give up, but for example, yeah, I'm looking for my game, oh well, I won't do that thing. It's understandable if it's an unimportant thing, but in the game development world, I think I heard someone talking about oh yeah, if I don't manage to do this, I will renounce at my game. Or even, I don't know, giving up on having, on being right. For example, someone, yeah, not only game development, like sometimes I hear stories, or maybe stories from friends of friends, where they got a wrong. Someone did a wrong on them and they didn't fight back when they had the right to. Like there was someone at a university I knew, where the professor accused her of writing the assignment with ChatGPT. And my friend, instead of fighting it, she just surrendered and just thought, or just said that she will have to do it again. But personally, I don't like this sort of way of thinking, or this way of surrendering right away, because people should fight for what they have the right for, even if it's minor things, because she wrote that assignment. They can't just exclude something just on suspicions. And having someone surrender this easily on something that's such a big deal, like being accused of forging university assignments, is worth fighting for. That's why I don't get why people surrender on things like this. Makes me feel like they I don't know, feels like they don't want any conflict in the expense of losing time on being wrong. And personally, at this point, if it's necessary, I wouldn't mind some conflict, because if there's someone that did a wrong to me, I don't want him in my life if they doesn't understand they made a wrong. Like, if someone did me a wrong, I'm not eating it up, because might probably happen again. And just telling them, hey, there was this, if it's not a minor thing, of course. But I will try to tell them what's wrong and see if we can work it out or not. If we work it out, good! We are friends again. If it doesn't work out, good! I know who to cut out of my life! Luckily it never happened to me, but that's why maybe I'm thinking this is too easy, but again, never happened, but that's what I would do. Did she know? Well, good point. I think not, but honestly, you are never sure. Feels like she really did write it in ChatGPT and knew if she tried to disprove it, she wouldn't have gotten away with it. Well, that could be one thing, right? Yeah, though I was upset in the scenario she described to me, because I was taking her words for truth. So I was upset in that scenario anyway. Though I kinda I didn't have your reasoning, because I felt my friend wasn't very confrontational in any case, so that kinda matched with her personality. At least from what I know. That's why I wrote my thesis on Google Documents, because if someone had the courage to accuse me of writing with ChatGPT, I would have the entire chronology and history of changes. So I had it ready, I was ready with my hands to type back, take that, I have definitive proof! Not guilty. It was almost a tick, ready to start when I got that accusation at any point. Because it's always nice to be prepared on it. As a suggestion, I don't think any of you goes to university, maybe, well, probably not, but if anyone, in general, anyone writes something important, I feel like they should keep track on the changes, maybe save different versions, or just write it on Google Documents. So they have a history of the changes, so they can prove it's not made with ChatGPT or any artificial intelligence. Because better safe than sorry. Waldorf writes with ChatGPT. Have you read what ChatGPT writes? It's super cringe. I would be ashamed of putting it in my games. Not because I use ChatGPT, but because what ChatGPT writes, it's super cringe. I would never have the goal to put it in my games. Like, should we try? I'm cringing just by thinking what I want to write. Let's leave it alone. No. We don't want that much cringe today. Oh yes, Grok waifu model right for it. That's the same thing, right? Artificial intelligence. Yeah, luckily, at least I'm happy artificial intelligence is not the best at writing. They're very good at writing stuff, but they're not good at writing new stuff. They're not good at creative writing. Again, if I ask them to make a dialogue of characters in my game, it's all basic and unfunny. And if I ask him to write a story for my game, it still brings out a very boring plot. I feel like the games I make and ChatGPT are completely opposite. So I will definitely never use ChatGPT for writing the story of my games. Or even if I wasn't doing weird games, I wouldn't anyway, because I make games to write my stories. What's the point if I write story of someone else? ChatGPT becomes the new the idea guy, with the same old plot of legends of dragons of 1000 years ago. No thanks. What I was saying? Oh yeah, the assignment made with ChatGPT. Yeah. Sometimes I try to ask ChatGPT for ideas, but again, nothing comes out, honestly. The ideas are very much standard. Like, let me try, wait. Sure, we can try on that. Maybe it's less cringe than asking to write dialogue. Let's see. I will try to ask about I'll invalidate your aid. The game of Rhea breaking the fourth wall. Okay, here. Let me show it. Let's see how it is. Not good, probably. Careful, villain. The world is falling apart, but antagonist knows this is just a game. They speak directly to the player through messages, cutscenes, and sudden pauses, urging them to quit for your own good. The player must choose to ignore the warnings and continue, but the world deterioration gets worse the further you go. Ending. Obedience ending. Obey Rhea. Obey Rhea, the one in the background. Player quits. Antagonist sigh. How does she sigh if you quit the game? World resets hints that they were protecting the player. Rebellion ending. Player continues. Antagonist becomes desperate, breaking the game in unpredictable ways. Glitches, reverse controls. I'm doing the reverse controls, but This shit is so ass. There was a joke video of YouTuber who does serious game analysis where he analyzed a non-existing game and used AI for the text and the visual. He said he was not very happy with the text ChatGPT gave him. He had to rewrite it. Well, I would bet the creative writing is awful. The grammar is perfect, but... Or, Genius Guide. Setup. Antagonist is a character who knows they are trapped in a game. They secretly love the player attention but are resentful of the player control. Twist. They address the player, blending flattery, guilt and comic attempts to stop them. Player can choose to follow the antagonist's guidance or explore freely. Each choice subtly changing how the antagonist reacts. Yeah, you're not giving me a plot! Meta gameplay. Glitch or disappears when the player ignores the warnings, creating an unsettling effect of game world consequences. Yeah, but you have no game if there is no story and no gameplay. Okay, I asked for the plot, but there is still no plot. Number 2 is Stanley Parable. Well, yeah, you have a point. I wonder then if this one is copying Stanley Parable. It's probably trained by Stanley Parable in this answer. The word therapist. This is new. Setup. The antagonist isn't evil. They care about the player mental health. Well, that's a new... Twist. They know the game is addictive or dangerous and plead directly with the player, offering safe alternatives. The player can either accept the warnings or push forward and witness increasingly surreal and self-aware events. Dark humor and heartwarming moments. The antagonist breaks down, commenting on how sad it is that they can't stop the player. Well, they're not giving a lot of different things, but at least there is something here about the antagonist being sad of not being able to stop the player. Still, everything breaks down to the same thing. I gave a prompt and all the answers are kinda similar. Sure, why not read the last one? The glitching trickster. Glitching, why say glitching? It's cringe. Setup. The antagonist manipulates the game engine itself, sending text overlays, swapping sprites, and freezing the screen to talk directly to the player. Okay, this is invalidate. I don't know about swapping sprites though. Text overlays? Definitely. Their advice to quit is half-hearted. They want to see how far the player will go. Player progression causes more chaotic fourth-wall breaking effects. They may appear in the operating system outside the game window. Okay, this is invalidate or game files. Could be referenced in dialogues. Okay, this is not used though. Meta ending. The confrontation is with antagonist as a corrupted version of the player-owned system. Oh! What does it even mean? Forcing a choice. Quit, break, or rewrite the game. What does it even mean? Dark version of the player system. That sounds cool on paper, but means zero. Anything. Player what? You're fighting Dark Windows? Oh, the final boss, Dark Windows 7. Because it's the end of the support for Windows 10. So it should be Dark Windows 10, the final boss. Would be cool a fight where you fight like the folders moving, but I don't see the point. Also, it's not telling anything story-wise again. This might be Minton. Okay, yeah, we have the Pfizer referenced in the game, that's right. I don't think you fight the player system though. And that's what I meant about ChatGPT, because they definitely gave some ideas, but first, they are, in my opinion, not very unique or valid, because game files, yeah, a lot of meta games do that. Text appear in operating system, I don't know what it even even mean. The corrupted system doesn't mean anything. Swapping sprites, it's the basic glitching system. And most of all, they don't give any unique idea on the plot. They're just giving generic ideas saying, oh, break the fourth wall. Yeah, no shit, that's what I said. Also, none of them use the the point that the antagonist is the one breaking the fourth wall. They all seem to happily cooperate with the protagonist, with the player. Even if I called explicitly antagonist. Okay, maybe we stop here. Okay. You should ask ChatGPT if you are sus. I'm taking in your offer. Can you clarify what you mean? Here. Is RPG Waldorf sus? It says RPG Waldorf is not sus. I think that settles it. Yeah, that settles it. We solved this matter once and for all. Okay. Maybe we want to go back on the game. Well, the ChatGPT is Omega. So. Well, at least I'm happy you changed your target. Maybe now I'm the second in the list. Then everyone is su stranete. Stranete. I would say everyone is sus, as we discovered scientifically before. I love detaching from the game for a while. I was forgetting we were playing Katawa Shoujo for a moment. Actually, sus people support each other. Then we are supporting each other. Makes sense. We are all sus. Does it mean ChatGPT supports everyone though? Or supports sus people? Yeah, we were talking about giving up. Can you ask ChatGPT if I am sus? I don't think ChatGPT knows you. Sure. I don't think... I don't know if they know you. You know what it brought up? Fortune Street, the game! Is this you? Is this you? Is it an old photo? Oh. The chat disappeared. Maybe you were sus at the end. It's called Mafia, sus people supporting each other. Well, I hope it's just a coincidence I'm from Italy then. When you run away from something, you can think of it as still being there. So I was in the hospital, and I didn't just want to run away from my problems. I wanted to never think about them again. Well, if the problems are not actively influencing your life, you can definitely ignore them if they don't have any long-term effect. You mean my pseudo was spam with Fortune Street? No, the ChatGPT just got your name wrong. Misha eats a spoonful of her grey ice cream goo. Did she only just remember it was there now, or could it be she likes it that way? Okay, we are not finishing this game anytime soon, but I love my ice cream half melted. I don't know why, maybe because it has the right consistency. It's not solid, it's not even the soft not even the half iced thing. I don't know how to describe it. The mix of slightly melted is perfect because you eat it, you kinda lick the slightly melted part, and in the meantime the part below is slightly less melted but still melts easier in your mouth, while for the other you have to wait for a little longer to melt in your mouth. So, and the best part is going with your spoon around the ice cream to get the half melted parts, and you eat it all at once. I like it a lot that way. Yeah, now we're not finishing this game before the release of 15. We are not. I'm a little worried for 15 because there is still not the game page, and they highly suggest to have the game page at least 6 months open before the release. So if Lolo releases the page now, should be open, should release at least on April of the next year. Let's say March. Maybe could release on my birthday. Anyway, my point is, you can't do that. People are too sentimental to just throw their memories out like that. We still don't have a demo! Well, it's on each, but there is a demo on each, right? Should be on Steam as well, though. And without the Steam page, there is no demo. Speaking of demo, I'm working on the demo of the next game. Respawn Banter is on hold, unfortunately. And I'm near the ending parts of the demo. I need all the beta testing and some drawings, but it's almost done. So this October, I will definitely announce my new game. Okay, I kinda worked on it on stream, but still I didn't announce it officially. So I will have a new game on Steam, or a new demo on Steam next month. The old one is old, they made 2 changes. Ah, I thought it got updated. Well, definitely there will probably be a demo when the Steam page opens, right? And I'm curious about the new battle system, because I never played it. I only played the demo, not the beta testing version. I will definitely play it on stream, right? When the... Yeah. I might play it on stream when the Steam page releases. If it releases. Lolo, don't shadow drop your game, okay? Please. You're not Silk Song. It's impossible. Shizune can't think of a life in terms of anything but winning and losing. Don't you think she wishes she didn't have to remember the parts where she loses? You can't pick and choose though. That's like wanting to live in a bubble. The worst part is, your way of thinking is so wasteful. It's making you pessimistic that you're afraid of everything. Someone is going to have your soul. For what? I'm sorry, for what? I did not anger Satan or whatever, right? Come on. I grab her hand as I wave Yuko over with the other to pay for our food. Where are we going? Back to school before lunch is over. I want to check out a few places before then. Although I start feeling tired even after doing what could be described as on the level of a brisk jog at best, Misha and I eventually make it to the gate of the school, with a little over 10 minutes to spare. You signed a contract with your soul in play. Oh no! I forgot. What was it? Before 2027? Respawn Banter before 20... I think I can complete Respawn Banter before 2027, right? If we consider the end of 2027, right? before 2027 ends. In 2027 is still considered 2027, so I think counts. I have 2 years from now. In 1 year I will... In 1 year I will... No, even less. Maybe I would give myself 8 months. I complete the new project. And I have 1 year and 4 months to complete Respawn Banter. By contract, I need to find the loopholes, of course. I don't need to release it. I just need to finish it. Then I can take my time with the beta testing and polishing. Huh? How is that? I'm finding ambiguous wording on the contract. Though I wouldn't mind giving my soul to the Yanfei plush. Maybe she will become alive. I don't know. And a sentient Yanfei in a doll is better than nothing, right? And chill, hand holding. You're cheating on Shizune again. I didn't even want to really come to this school, you know. I didn't have a choice. When I got to this gate, I'm sure a part of me was thinking, what a depressing place. It doesn't look depressing at all, though. Well, I still thought I had everything figured out. I felt practically like another person. If I could, I'd go back and tell myself to stop thinking he can write everything off at a glance, and acting like his life is already over, and he can never have fun again. The school grounds are still littered with quite a few people. Littered? What, they are human trash? It's lunchtime, so it's typical. This is where you and Shizune had me helping to put together 2 festivals. What a lot of work, I thought. I don't have time for this, I thought. When I look back on it, though, I didn't do all that much. I also didn't have anything better to do. I'd have just spent the time alone. I drag her to our... Yeah, that's the same thing I feel with my job now. I feel like, oh yeah, I'm losing like 7 hours every day, but what would I have done? Watching YouTube videos, eating sweets, maybe developing a little. No, that's worse actually, because now I eat sweets at the evening and I don't have spare time for developing. That's not good. Yeah, we are human trash. Humans are trash. Well, you're not wrong. We're definitely a pollution for the planet, but we also need some self-preservation, right? So, skill issue on the part of the planet, I would say. I suppose your tornadoes are not strong enough, huh? I drag her to our homeroom next, which is empty except for Muto trying to eat a sandwich before classes resume. Every time I thought of either of you, I wished you would leave me alone. Whether it was here or... Leaving Muto to his lunch, we head for the nearby vending machine, as I grab a soda while I still have 5 minutes to drink it. I spent an entire lunch period with Misha, longer than both Shizune and I managed to find to talk to her in days. Following me to the cafeteria or trying to corner me after half of my classes. I never realized we only talked like 4 times. It really was all in my head. I only barely realized it now. I remember that, Ichan, but I know where all those places are too. No human means no human suffering. Less pollution, no war, no sushi people. It has advantages. Why do I feel sushi people is a straight attack towards a specific streamer? Well, to be honest, that's right. No human means no suffering, no pollution. On the other side, there would be no morals, because the humans defy the morals. So without morals, Is it right to not have humans? Animals don't have morals. They just have instincts. So people cannot say that it's right or not to have humans on the planet. Well, when they are, they can. When they aren't, they can't. I would say it's egoistic for us to live on the planet, but that's the human nature, I would say. Though, as I said, I don't like excusing people by saying it's in their nature, right? Huh? I would say, yeah, we are egoistic by wanting to live on the planet. But that's it. We can... As people killing animals to sell meat, will always happen. Even if you choose to not eat meat, they will always sell it. Same. If you want to save the planet without polluting or without even living, you're not saving it. You're just leaving people less aware of the problem, so... I would say it doesn't change. Because there are too many people. Fairies have moral. Fairies don't do wars. And they aren't sussy people. And they don't pollute. Well, then I would say everyone should be a fairy, right? I think fairies are better persons then. By how do you describe them, at least. Maybe you're overselling them to me, I don't know, but... Maybe it would be better if there were only fairies, right? Also, using magic is cool. Replace humans by fairy! Honestly, I wouldn't be against. Only if I become a fairy, though. I want to see it with my eyes. I'm rebranding now, Fairy Waldorf. No, I'm kidding. Let me finish my guided tour, since we are running out of time. By the way, do you want a soda? Making our way to the stairwell, I'm glad that I don't have to pull her by the hand anymore. You get dizzy on stairs, right? Yeah. I guess just here is good enough then. I lean against the wall as Misha sits down on the steps, across from me. Do you ever miss the people you went to school with in elementary school or middle school? No. That was fast. She didn't even have to think about it. I find myself cringing reflexively. Well, I don't miss them as well, right? Elementary school? Definitely no. The middle school, it was the same for me. The Waldorf school? Rings any bell? Maybe high school? I could be missing some of my classmates. But most of all, I could be missing one or two teachers from the school. I got pretty good teachers in my high school. I had more friends in my old school, but I didn't talk to them anymore. It almost feels like that was another lifetime ago, which is sad, really. Sometimes I want to talk to them again, but I know I can't. I'm scared and embarrassed. They are too far away for me to go see them. Then I think about calling them, but I don't know most of their numbers. And I left on a sour note. Why would they want to see me again? Feels like I should just forget about it, but I still think about it anyway, and regret that I didn't try harder to stay in touch somehow. When I'm lucky, I stayed in touch with a bunch of high school friends, because they're pretty good people and my only friends up to date in my city. I made a bunch of friends on my university in another city, so it's hard. Life is hard. Oh, you just stay home making games. That sounds like an option as well. I start to think that maybe feeling like I should forget about it is wrong. It would be an insult to all those people I had fun with, and a waste of all the good times. Like I said before, even if there are some bad times, it's alright if you can look back on them as happy memories. But I didn't think about it then. Let's consider a little. Misha is just confused of the big monologue he's always doing. Like, look at her. So it was like I woke up one day and realized I had no friends. I just let myself lose all my friends. It felt awful. I'd really hate it if you and Shizune ended up the same way. That's all. That's all. Makes me sad to think that you'll do the same thing and push away your friend. Especially because you're not far away from Shizune. I mean, you even live in the same dorm. Friend, huh? Aren't you my friend too, Ichan? Yeah. You slept through all of it, but the fireworks were really nice way back at the festival. My first time seeing fireworks like that. And my first time really seeing the sky in a while. And I never really looked at the stars before then either. I tumbled through a book about them while I was in the hospital. And learned a lot. Like, the stars aren't just burning. They are more like a constant chain of explosions! Okay, I didn't know that, and that sounds very cool. So far away that some of the stars I'd be seeing would have been burnt out for thousands of years already. It's that their light would only just then be reaching Earth. I saw a mock-up comparing the size of a planet to our sun, and then that to other suns. Japan wasn't even visible on the tiny Earth in that book. Yeah, there are much way bigger stars than the sun. It's kinda frightening. Not really, because you can only see it on a video. You can't comprehend the sights by watching the distant stars. You know what I never realized? She looks at me expectantly. They're amazingly shiny. Hahaha. It's true. Why are you doing this, Ichan? What? I'm not stupid. Well, let's say you are not, okay? I don't know, a bunch of reasons. Because you're Shizune friend? I liked how close you were. Maybe I'm trying to tell you that we all have our low points. But giving up is stupid. Anyway, seems worth the trouble. That's the only reason. And because you're my friend. That's it. Can't I do something for no reason? You can, but I want to know. What else do you want to hear? Oh no! That was an important moment. You can ruin it like this. You can't. The bell rings before Misha can reply. So what? I hope she gets the determination then. Also, not to say, but we are here 1 hour and 40 minutes and we did nothing. Nothing. The next day, Misha is back in class, although looking pretty sullen. Not that I was expecting her to magically feel better. That would be asking the impossible, considering what happened. This time, Shizune was out. At first, almost makes me laugh that suddenly whenever one is in class the other isn't. But thinking about it, there's nothing funny at all about it. In fact, I find it hard to concentrate because of it. Could be that she's just sick. Or she could simply be skipping class. It could also be something more serious. I'm tempted to ask Misha if she knows, but I end up doing nothing. I don't regret stepping in yesterday, scared that Misha would do something rash. But now I feel like I should give her some space. Eventually, the bell rings, and Misha gets up for lunch along with everyone else. I decide to eat lunch in an empty classroom today. Just not this one. What, you're getting to the Lily classroom? Unfortunately, a lot of students seem to have the same idea. There aren't a whole lot of empty classrooms. When I'm about to give up on the idea, I find a dark one at the end of the hall. Okay, of course, the Lily classroom. Well, I think it's convenient because we may ask her for ideas, maybe. On turning the lights on, however, I find out... Ah, yeah, the dark classroom isn't empty. The one inside doesn't see that the lights are out. Lily's head turns in my direction, which freaks me out before I realized she probably heard me flipping the switch. Hello. Hey Lily, I didn't think anyone else would be here. Is that you, Isao? Yeah, but you knew that already. I turn to leave, which prompts Lily to quickly speak up. You don't have to leave so quickly. We could have lunch in the same room. As a matter of fact, I would prefer to eat with someone else. I'm about to ask her how she knew I was here to eat lunch, but brush it aside. It's common sense, I don't want to seem easily impressed. I take a seat at the desk in front of Lily, after reversing it to face hers. I've heard that our minds fill in a lot of what we see, based on how we remember seeing it once before, or our expectations. Don't you think the human brain kinda manages memories or dreams like artificial intelligence, generative intelligence? Because like dreams are seem kinda generated by ChatGPT, right? Oh yeah, you wake up, oh, we have a mission, a quest, you go onto a train and you need to find a key to get off of the train. Okay, maybe ChatGPT will not write something like this, never mind. But like generative pictures, for example, think about yourself, your face, think about your face. You're pretty sure you know exactly how your face looks, but because if you don't focus on details, you see your face as a whole. But if you start focusing like on the small detail near the ear, for example, you don't know exactly how it looks. You just know, you know perfectly how it looks on its whole. You don't know how it looks in the small part there, but to you looks like that because like your mind fills in the details. The mind tricks us that we know exactly how every part looks, even if we know roughly how it looks, right? Well, very well, but also roughly. Also, I'm lucky I have my webcam here so I can see how I look anyway. Mostly for efficiency, so as to not have to process everything you look at individually. Oh, we got a plush! Okay, I moved them. Give me a second. Oh no, it's fine. Well, I don't think I showed this one more than once. It is. It's Leah from Crosscode. Again, I'm very surprised to discover that the game had a plush. Because usually I would have many more plushes, but I only mostly like a lot characters from less known games. I'm still waiting for the plushes of Gina from Gnosia. Also, I also never finished the game, so I maybe should stream it once in a while. I don't know. Too bad she's not I don't have the plush of the real wife of the game, but it's a little hard. And we also have the combo, I see. The waifu Russian roulette. And this time I will remove the avatars. Okay. Okay, let's see. Salvagina, yes! I'm pretty sure I might have a Gina picture here somewhere. Okay. Waifu Russian roulette cannot be worse than the previous one, right? Okay, we saw this one, right? We can skip it though. Let's appreciate it for a second anyway. Oh yeah. What is this? What is this? I forgot I had this, but yeah, I remember it now. Okay, what the hell is this supposed to be? Monica against Bowsette is a new for me. Honestly, I would definitely help Monica. Wait, it's a turntable, right? Because it's Bowsette which is coming out from the TV, not Monica. Also, get your hands down away from Monica, okay? If I had to choose, I would go with Monica. Though Bowsette is not a bad idea anyway. Though she's just being rude to Monica here. Get your hands off, okay? She's just playing some Nintendo Switch. Honestly, I can work it out without Mario and Luigi though. I would say I wouldn't mind this scenario anyway, because that would mean there would be Monica and Bowsette in my room, so... Not a bad deal, really. What am I watching? I was confused as well, but... The ultimate crossover. I think the picture is cute. I don't get the context, but... Yeah, I don't get why the artist decided to draw those two specifically. But it was a cool picture, nevertheless. I didn't know Monica was into furries. Oh, what's furry about it? There's nothing about it, right? Or maybe furries? Like Bowser Fury? Huh? Okay, we got a good one now. That was a good laugh. I wonder if I have other like that. Well, definitely, definitely. We got our crossover today. I wonder if I have... I had a crossover of Futaba dressed like Laesitia, right? Who is Bowser? Actually, it's Bowser, but it's a human. Like, if you have like an animal that becomes completely human, it's not a furry anymore, right? It's a human, by definition. Right? Do you think I would like a Tartoise waifu if it's a literal Tartoise? Wait, how it's pronounced? Tortoise? Tortoise, really? Tortoise, maybe. It's the same. What about British? Yeah, classical British. Tortoise? Huh. I thought it was Tartoise. Tortoise. Okay. Mostly for efficiency, we were still talking about feeling what we have in our mind. Mostly for efficiency, so as to not have to process everything you look at individually. Lily never seemed to stop to question any noise. I wonder, is it because her mind is filling in context every time? Or does she not care and just sort of accept things as they fall into place? On her desk there are just a few cookies and a thermos of tea. She must be one of those light lunch types. I bite in my sandwich. Some of the ingredients spill out the back end. Oh no, all the time, it's awful. Ah, I hate when it happens. That's why there is a strategy to eat a sandwich, right? You eat one side, then you move around it, the parts, and you are left with a big piece of bread without any filling inside. Not the best solution, but you don't lose anything. Haven't spoken for a long time. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Lawyer? It must be busy in the student council. It's different every week. Some weeks are pretty slow. Some weeks I consider taking a sick day. Hold on, Lily. I need a second to catch my breath from inhaling that sandwich. How has it been lately? Unpredictable. I snap my fingers, which, from her expression, upsets her a lot. I'm sorry! I think that you have been hanging out around those two too much. I guess it's one of Shizune trademarks. Personally, I like it. No, it's annoying. I ignore it. Her tone doesn't change even so slightly, but Lily's mood has obviously dipped. Doesn't seem like it would be easy, too. I've been trying to figure out how she can make it so loud. I think I'm damaging my knuckles. Wait. I realize only now. Knuckles from Sonic is called Knuckles because he has big knuckles. What now? You're telling me that Tails is called like this because he can fly with tails? Nah, I'm kidding. Comfort Lily. Yeah, we need to. Poor Lily. Even if it's not her route. Even if it were loud enough to break the windows, I would ignore it. I'm not a trained seal. I have that luxury. Are you still mad about that? I asked the question as diplomatically as possible, although in the end I'm only asking to satisfy my curiosity. Of course no, although I don't like Shizune. As a memo, I will probably stop the stream when we finish this scene, which will probably last 6 extra minutes, 10 maybe? Depends how much I talk in the middle. We were in the student council together for a brief time. Yeah, I heard. I wish you hadn't been so quick to join. I don't like the way Shizune runs the council. Did you know she's scared of most of the old members? That's why I think she tries to surround herself with people who don't oppose her. And they don't. It's like a dependency bubble. I'm sure that Shizune is aware of what Lily is saying. After all, I can remember her specifically denying a couple of times, which I'd always thought was strange. They say that the more specific a denial is, the more likely it is that the allegations are true. In that case, I think I disagree. Shizune is the one subject on which her opinion could be called less than objective. Did you tell her that? Very often. Lily stops to polish off her last of her tea. I'm running behind on finishing my own lunch and take advantage of the pause to eat as much as possible. All of her friends are related to the student council, like Misha. Maybe also that's an extra reason why finishing school you risk to have less contact with them, because they are bound by the council, not by pure friendship, right? I heard things are touchy between her and Misha. Did they have a fight? Not really. Is that so? Either way, there is no point in attempting to force them to make up. Always try to confront everything head on is what Shizune would do, but it doesn't work in the real world. At some point it's just being stubborn, not bravery or good intentions. That's a little general, right? I suppose. Ha! What do you think is the best to have with tea? Cookies or scones? This is a sudden change of argument. Also, what are scones? What are scones? Those? Just thick cookies? I never heard of them. Though I may want to eat one or some of those. This looks good actually. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what the consistency or taste is. Though the feeling is nice. Probably she means those, right? Pastries. Ah, pastries in general? Ah, good to know. Wait. Small under-sweetened or lightly sweetened cake made from flour. Ah, okay. Or a person head! What? Okay, this was sad then. Well, of course I prefer sweets though. Depends though. Cookies with tea are way better. Because you put them inside and they mix the tea with the cookie itself. Scones are better on their own though. But in the tea, cookies are definitely better. A person head! I like how there are multiple meanings for words, even the most unexpected one. Comfortably! How many times are we cheating on Shizune? Come on. I like them both in different ways. I couldn't possibly choose. I don't like people who constantly force me to pick sides or want to turn everything into a contest. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I feel like it's a problem of the internet, or Twitter in general. If you say something about someone, people immediately assume you are in one side. If I say, like, I don't think that was like that, they always say, oh, you're the other side then, ha! No, I just stated what I think. People is weird. When I joined student council, I thought it would just mean helping everything run smoothly and helping people out, like being the class representative. Everyone knows Waldorf is sus. No need to Twitter to know that. Again, with everyone you mean you, right? No need for Twitter to know that. If Twitter gets hold of those streamings, it's the end for me. I had to cut a joke in the first streaming of Katawa Shoujo because people would take it the wrong way, definitely the wrong way. I'm not even saying it to don't leave any proof, but I personally didn't mind it. But if someone were to look back on the streaming and see that joke I made, they would take it as racist, even if it wasn't intended to be that way. That's why I had to delete it in hindsight. I definitely don't want any Twitter drama when I start selling my games, okay? Instead, every day consisted of having Shizune stomp around, using Misha like a megaphone to talk about how we had to outdo the last student council and create more and more events and make them increasingly larger. But then the two of you basically want the same thing. All the stuff makes things exciting. I didn't really get it at first, but it's not some ego project. People like fireworks, soba huts, candied apples, and dress-up days, or whatever. The more the student council does, the more responsibility the school gives us. It means extra work. In a way, it means more freedom. Weird phrasing, but yeah, I would say if you can choose what to do, you have the freedom to do it, right? You have to pull to do to do things like organize a big festival and then think you are capable enough to handle it instead of just rejecting it instantly. Anyway, I want the 2 now. It's got its share of pointless busy work, but there are moments that make it worth it when everything comes together. Gives me something to do. If I were to just go to school day in, day out, I think I'd explode. I think Yamaku is much more easygoing than other schools. Yamaku isn't other schools though. I start slipping into another familiar mentality. In some ways, it's almost too easygoing. And if I were a different person, I'm sure that I would find how easygoing it was to be stifling. Wait. I'm sure that I would find how easygoing it was to be stifling. Wait, stifling isn't like withholding. No, wait, suffocating, never mind. Though in any other school, such easiness would just be the normal flow of life. But there, the uneventfulness would be compounded. Wait, what was compounded? I heard it a bunch of times, I never stopped considering what it means. Composited, maybe? Compounded. Make up, constitute. Okay, what it's made of. Kinda composite, right? Would feel different because I'm not a normal person after all. I'd be reminded of it every time I hear the blood beating in my temples. I'd feel patronized and weak, and my bitterness would only grow. Yeah, sure. The point is, I think I understand what it's all about now. You're really giving Shizune too much of a hard time. It's Lily Sans new theory. A game theory. That might be true, but when it comes to how she treats individual people, she doesn't do very well. Ultimately, that one is harder to argue. Do you have the time? I like to go to class 10 minutes before the bell. Then you're right on time if you go now. She vanished. Excusing herself, Lily leaves. And I sit listening to the clicking of her cane on the floor, fading into the mumble of the students having conversations in the other classrooms. I feel exhausted and completely forget what I wanted to talk to Shizune today. Well, we can do it another day. How are we? 10 and a quarter p.m. I think we can stop. Next time maybe we can... Okay, so we are a part of the story where we need to talk with them, I suppose. Will take some time, but we will eventually finish the game, I'm sure. I'm not even sure this is the right route, but I really want to finish to be done with this game. I enjoy it, but I really want to try other games. Other visual novels on Sunday, maybe. We will see. Okay. Let's see if we have some raid power to do. Oh, wait. I didn't spam the stream because it crashed my bot. Huh. Why did... maybe the token is on the due date. Oops. Okay, then we can check who to raid from here then. They're playing... everyone is playing Silk Song, I see. We can ride New. Definitely, right? Yeah, let's write new. Okay. No mic? Wait. Let me try another one. I'm sorry, new. I'm sorry, new. Let me try another one. Someone with a mic. I'm sorry, new. Next time, I promise. We can rate peasant peasant, right? Let's go. Oh, it's lovely. They're playing a multiplayer game. I really wish I had someone to play some multiplayer games with on stream. That will definitely be fun. I need to I need to get to know more people, baby. Oh well. Definitely another time. Just 113 lines to translate. Oh well, that's not a lot. Uh actually never mind, it's a lot. Well, good luck on that. I hope you did a good job while I was giving you a boost in the background, right? Thanks a lot everyone for coming by. We will continue this next Sunday. Next week we continue as always with RPG Maker probably, and the next Saturday we play Among Us with other people. So maybe there I will be sus, and only then. So we will see ya whenever happens.